Back closer to home, a Caledonia man is arrested on child sexual assault charges. James Sasucci is accused of sexually assaulting a child under 13 multiple times. Those alleged assaults happened over the last 3 years. He is now in the Boone County Jail.
Now to coronavirus cases in Illinois. Public health officials report 2,056 new COVID-19 cases over the last 24 hours. 25 more people lost their lives due to the virus. The state is at a 3.6 positivity rate. Winnebago County's positivity rate rose dramatically since Labor Day weekend. Today is the first day it's dropped since then. Yesterday, health officials reported a 7.5% positivity rate. Now we're at 7.2. Though 7% is still high, as the health officials say. And college towns across the U.S. are emerging as COVID-19 hotspots as colleges and universities struggle to contain the virus. So far, many universities blame surges on off-campus parties. An Associated Press analysis finds many college towns have higher positivity rates than their entire states. To deal with COVID-19 surges, some universities forced their student body into a mandatory quarantine, like at the University of Wisconsin and Bradley University. In an effort to contain COVID-19 this week, Bradley issues 11 fines and 10 warnings to students not following the school's mandatory quarantine. Bradley's president says there are students who may be banned from campus and one may even be suspended. The university says these students either broke quarantine, didn't wear a mask, or didn't practice social distancing. Bradley students are under a mandatory quarantine until next Wednesday.
But Beloit College is taking a much different approach. It will test students weekly with results in just 20 minutes or less. Beloit College will test students and 20% of staff for the rest of the school year. It comes at no cost to students, and 10 testing stations will be available on campus. Beloit College expects those testing stations to arrive in early October. Until then, the college will test 20% of its students each week.
The most important thing for the students and for us is to have our kids here on campus. I think that's the best way to learn. It's what they want. They want to be here.
Beloit College partnered with a Chicago-based company to provide that testing to students and faculty. And fewer Americans applied for unemployment benefits in the last 2 weeks, a sign the U.S. economy is improving. Both new and continuing applications for unemployment benefits went down. About 12 million people filed for benefits in the last 2 weeks. Unemployment claims for non-traditional workers also decreased over that same time frame. And things are improving right here in Illinois as well. Our unemployment rate fell to 11% in August. It's steadily been dropping since this pandemic started. But the newest numbers are still down sharply compared to a year ago. Illinois unemployment rate is also above the national average.
The summer weather didn't last very long. It's back to fall conditions today, which may lead to some chilly nights. Alex tracks how far we dropped tonight. Hey, Alex.
Good evening. We definitely have to dig out those fall jackets again. Tonight looking brisk as temperatures may be down into the 40s, widespread around the state line. We're down about 10 to 15 degrees compared to 24 hours ago. So definitely feeling the chill or the change in the air, only at 70 right now. About this time yesterday, we were still hovering near the 80s. So we have a partly cloudy sky and a breezy north wind currently. The wind does die down later tonight. That says temperatures drop, though, under mainly clear conditions. Most spots down into those upper 40s tonight. Could be even colder than that, leading to patchy frost in some spots. I'll track that frost potential coming up in the forecast. Now, Kristen, back to you.
Alex, thanks. Let's talk more about the weather. Sally is again weakened as the remnants move across the southeast, but it leaves a trail of destruction in Alabama and Florida. The record-breaking rainfall caused catastrophic flooding. This is what it looks like in the Gulf Shores, Alabama. More than 500,000 people across the region are without power, and it could stay like this for days. Pensacola, Florida received 30 inches of rain, which is 4 months worth in just 4 hours. Some roads and bridges are now impassable, and homes, well, they're flooded. In some places, the water hasn't receded, which adds to the danger and keeps homes underwater. Roughly 500 National Guard soldiers rescued hundreds of people here from high water.
In this November Indecision 2020 coverage, Illinois voters will decide who should pay what in taxes. Graduated income tax would tax wealthy people at a higher rate. A new study says it could save the middle class and lower income earners billions of dollars. The Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy studied what effect the graduated tax would have had over the last 20 years in our state. It says it would have saved low to moderate income taxpayers $27 billion. That's because people making more than $250,000 a year would have carried more of the financial burden. The lead researcher says the low to moderate income earners could have used their tax savings to build wealth or just save for a rainy day.
The tax system has the power to help or hurt taxpayers. And right now, the flat tax system that we have in place has really been beneficial to those who are already well off. But under a fair tax, we could extend some of those benefits to a much broader group of Illinoisans.
The group behind the study is a nonprofit and also nonpartisan. Opponents to the graduated tax proposal say it hurts middle-class families and business owners. And you're looking live tonight at Central Wisconsin Airport in Mosinee, Wisconsin. President Trump will host a campaign rally here later tonight. His speech is supposed to start around 8 p.m. You can tune in live to the event page or our Facebook page. We also have a full recap of his speech coming up tonight on 13 News at 10. And some people have been waiting for President Trump since yesterday, roughly 36 hours before the president is set to speak. They say they came early because they wanted to be able to get in. Trump campaign expects upwards of 15,000 people at that rally tonight.